Hi there yogis, welcome to Two Birds. I'm Fiona and today's class is a full 60-minute Vinyasa flow class with hip and shoulder openers, warming sun salutes, standing poses, twists and forward folds. So it's a full spectrum class and it is complete with a guided shavasana at the end of the class. I hope you enjoy. Thank you for joining. Namaste. And begin your practice on your back today, coming to lie down and tuck the knees in toward your chest and take a little roll side to side, perhaps some circles through your low back spine. And we'll start by warming up the hips and bringing a little heat to the lower part of our body. Keep your right knee hugging in, send your left leg out straight and rest your left heel to the floor. Take your arms out wide to a T, your palms face down, and just go ahead, circle the hip, taking your right knee over to the left, straightening the leg, circling all the way back, re-bending as you come back up. 2 more circles in that direction, and try and relax your buttocks here, allowing your thigh to glide in your hip joint and circle back the other way, moving slowly as you warm up, relaxing through your upper back and coming back to center. Rebend your left knee and take a hip groin stretch here, recline pigeon your right ankle to the top of your left knee, flexing your right toes. Catch a hold behind the back of your left knee or in front of the shin there. Try and rest your head back so you're relaxed in your upper body. And nothing too aggressive here. Perhaps easing off as you breathe in and deepening into the stretch as you breathe out. And a little rock side to side. Go ahead, set your left foot down and take a twist. You can unwrap the legs here and set the knees together for a gentler twist, or keep your right leg over the top, shift your hips to the right, knees to the left, arms out wide. And you keep your palms face up here as you twist over. And invite a full breath into the right side of your ribcage all the way up to your armpit. And gently turning your gaze toward your right hands. Taking one more full cycle of breath. Allow your legs to feel heavy. As you breathe out, bring the knees back in toward your chest and switch sides, keeping your left knee hugging in, right leg out straight. Arms out wide, palms face down. And start to circle your left knee over to the right. Take a big wide circle, straightening the legs, spreading the toes, rebending as you come back up. And it's easy to grip in the buttocks, the glute muscles there as you circle. So try and stay relaxed so your buttocks receive a massage and you feel like you're gently lubricating your hip joint. Just roll it back the other way now. Nice and slow, and take your breath with you as you move. Making your way back to center, place your right foot down on the floor, knee bent, and your left ankle to the top of your right knee, toes flexed, and interlace your fingers behind the back of your right knee to take your hip groin stretch deep, hip stretch into the outer left glutes and the inner left thigh. Your toes on the left foot remain flexed to help protect your knee. And gently release right foot to the floor. Either wrap the leg over the top for your twist or just stack the knees. Hips over to your left and knees to the right. Just checking in, making sure your left hip's underneath your left shoulder. Arms are out wide. Palms can be face up. And gently turning your gaze toward your left fingertips, breathing deeply into the left side of your rib cage. And as you breathe out, soften and relax the lower half of your body. Twisting a little deeper as you breathe out. And one more full cycle of breath. And as you breathe out, feel your belly firm and come on back onto your back. Tuck the knees in toward your chest and raise your head and your heart, so you're resting on the low part of the shoulder blades. Next breath in, send your arms out wide and shoot the legs away to about 45 degrees. Exhale, draw the knees in. Inhale, send the legs away. A little lower if you like to strengthen your core. Exhale, knees in. And taking the legs a little higher if you're still working on your core strength. Just making sure the arch in your low back is minimal as you kick your legs away, just finding the height that's suitable for your body. A couple more rounds, moving with your breath, perhaps lifting the buttocks as you bring your knees back in, squeezing in. And next time your knees come in, rest your head back, relax your neck, just turning lightly on the back of your head. And then go ahead, cross your legs, catch a hold of your feet, and take a little rock and roll, come all the way up to sit cross-legged, top of the mat. Balanced on both your sit bones, raise your arms up alongside your ears, breathe in. And as you exhale, gently fold forward. And moving gently here so you're not pulling on the low back spine, your navel draws back toward your spine. Try and keep your chest open, your lungs available. One more full cycle of breath. Relaxing the outer seams of your legs. And coming on back up, recross your legs. Once you're settled, take your arms up as you breathe in. And a forward fold as you breathe out. Creeping the fingertips forward in your range of motion. And try and relax the inner and outer seams of your legs here so your hips feel very relaxed. And you feel anchored in both your sit bones. Breathe in deeply. And exhale, release. Walking over the legs now and make your way into your first downward facing dog. Take your hands shoulder width apart, spread all your fingers equally, press down through all the base knuckles of your fingers so your hands are active all the way to the edge of your fingers. Lift your hips nice and high with a little soft bend in the knees. Lengthening through the sides of your waist. Gently tractioning your spine, releasing all the way down to the crown of your head. And a little movement here through the legs, either biking out the legs nice and slow, or with a bend in the knees, a little sway to the hips, left to right. Noticing any pockets, places in your body where you might feel a little less spacious this morning or this evening. Taking in all the feedback from your body. And then settle yourself into stillness and take 3 more deep breaths in and out. Your ears lining up with your arms. Feeling energetically that your arms are lifting up out of your wrists. Shoulder blades are broad in your upper back. Your heels feel heavy. Your breath settled, calm and even. One more deep breath in, looking forward between the hands. End of your exhale, soft bend in the knees, walk yourself forward to the top edge of the mat, bringing your toes together And we'll start to flow a few different variations of Surya Namaskar. Take a halfway lift as you breathe in, hands to the shins, gaze forward, flat back. And as you exhale, bend the knees and fold, drop your head. As you breathe in, rise to stand, coming up nice and slow, sweep your arms out and overhead. And as you exhale, bring your hands to your heart. And standing in Tadasana, your legs strong without locking your knees back, tailbone lengthening down toward your heels, feeling bright, proud across the chest, your shoulders relaxed, crown of the head reaching for the ceiling. As you inhale, sweep your arms up overhead, send your gaze up to the tip of your thumbs. Exhaling, diving forward over the legs, and you can keep a little bend in the knees there as you fold and as you warm up. Inhale, coming up halfway, looking forward. And as you exhale, step your right foot back, right knee to the floor, low lunge. Once you're steady, push down through your front foot, raise the arms up. Exhale, stay here, let your hips sink forward, keeping your abdominals engaged. Inhale, reach up a little taller to the edge of the ring fingers. Exhale, both hands to the floor. Keeping your right hand down, raise the left arm up to the sky, runner's lunge twist. Back knee can lift or you can keep it on the floor. Keep breathing, smooth, steady tempo to your breath. Circle your left arm back and down to the floor, framing your front foot. Push down through your hands, step back quietly, downward facing dog. As you breathe in, ripple forward to a high push-up, bringing your shoulders over your wrists, legs strong, heels reaching back. And on your next breath out, drop your knees, your chest and your chin to the floor. Placing yourself down, hands by your ribs, elbows tucking in, low cobra, peeling up, using your core strength to lift. And as you exhale, go all the way down to the floor, firm the belly and rest back in downward facing dog. And feel your sit bones spread here in downward dog, feeling for length all the way down the back of your legs. Strength and length through the arms. Steady breath. Bring your toes together at the back of the mat. Raise your right leg up and back as you breathe in. Step your right foot forward alongside your hands at the top edge of the mat, left knee to the floor. Reach your arms overhead when you're steady, breathing in. Stay here for your exhale, breathe out. Inhale, find more length through the upper body, stretching up, ribs lifting up out of the hips, and as you exhale, both hands to the floor. Left hand stays down, right hand to the sky, runner's lunge twist, back knee can lift. Reaching up, leaning back. And as you breathe out, both hands to the floor, stepping forward to the top edge of the mat. Bring your toes together. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. And as you exhale, fold, soft bend in the knees. Inhale, rise to stand. Come up nice and slow. Send your gaze up with your fingertips. Exhale, hands to your heart. Again, inhale, arms overhead, breathing in. Exhale, swan dive forward, firm stomach muscles flat back. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, looking forward. Exhale, lunge your right leg back, low lunge, right knee to the floor. Arms sweep up alongside your ears. And as you exhale this time, take your hands behind your back, lace your fingers. As you breathe in, puff your chest nice and bright toward the ceiling. Drop your fists down toward your back leg. Keep the lower abdominals engaged between the hip points and your front heel dragging toward your back leg. So keep the legs engaged. Inhale, release the arms, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands to the floor, stepping back through a Vinyasa, high push-up, breathing in. Exhale, knees, chest and chin to the floor, breathing out. Inhale, Cobra Pose, Bhujangasana. Exhale, peel all the way down so you're using your upper body core strength to roll back, downward facing dog. Bring your toes together, raise the right leg up and back, breathing in. And as you breathe out, step your right foot forward in between your hands for warrior one. Land your back heel, reach the arms when you're steady alongside your ears. Stay here as you breathe out. Inhale, reach a little higher through the upper body, and as you breathe out, hands to the floor, step lightly forward, bring your big toe mounds to touch. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, looking forward, extending your spine. Exhale and fold over the legs. Inhale, rise to stand, coming up nice and slow, lengthening your breath. Exhale, hands to your heart. Second round, arms sweep up and overhead, breathe in. Exhale, diving forward over the legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, straight legs looking forward. Exhale, lunge your left leg back, left knee to the floor, low lunge, arms rise, breathing in. Hands behind the back, shoulders stretch, breathing out. Breathing in, lift the low ribs away from your hips, firm the belly, open up through the heart. And then release the arms up overhead, breathe in. Exhale, hands to the floor, a Vinyasa, stepping back quietly, high push-up. Knees, chest, chin to the floor, low push-up. Bhujangasana, cobra pose, bringing your ribs forward, smiling the collarbones open. Exhale, peel down, firm belly, roll back, downward facing dog. Toes together, back of the mat, left leg rising as you breathe in. Step your left foot forward, warrior one, as you breathe out. Sharpen your back leg as you rise up, arms up, breathe in. Exhale, fingertips to the floor, step forward, top edge of the mat. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale and fold over the legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, rise to stand, reaching tall. Exhale, your hands to your heart. Surya Namaskar B, bending the knees, coming into Utkatasana, chair pose. Weight in your heels, reach your arms up alongside your ears, pause, keep breathing, firm belly filling out through the low back spine. Arms reach straight, all the fingers spreading. Take a deep breath in. Exhale and fold, Uttanasana. We'll move one movement, one breath. Ardha Uttanasana, breathing in. Exhale, plank pose and lower, either to a hover or to the floor. Take a back bend of your choice, upward dog or cobra. And as you exhale, downward facing dog. Toes together, right leg rising as you breathe in. Right foot forward, warrior one, as you breathe out. Arms rise as you breathe in, back leg straight. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step back through a Vinyasa or simply take a rest here. We'll meet you back in downward facing dog. And as you move through your Vinyasa, your back bend, keeping integrity, a right angle through the elbows. Rolling back, downward facing dog. Left leg rises as you breathe in. Left foot forward as you breathe out, warrior one. There's a rest coming up. Arms rise as you breathe in. Hands to the floor, breathe out. Step back and lower, chaturanga. Upward dog or cobra. Downward facing dog, breathing out. 3 breaths here, 5 breaths, child's pose. Settle in, be quiet and still in your body. Emphasizing your exhale to clear out and regulate your breath. And feeling the warmth you've created in your upper and lower body now. Placing your knees to the floor a little wider than your hips. And relax your buttocks down onto your heels. Keep reaching your arms forward, all your fingers spread, little fingers to the edges of your mat. Relax and soften your jaw, the expression in your face. Calm breath. And one more smooth cycle of breath. Coming up onto all fours and downward facing dog. Hips up and back and your heels heavy. Thighs engaged, shins moving back in space. Smooth breath in, looking forward to the top edge of your mat, a little bend in the knees. Walk, hop or step lightly to the top edge of your mat, big toe mounds together. Take a halfway lift as you breathe in. Exhale and fold. Inhale, chair pose here. Bend the knees, reach your arms alongside your ears and sink down nice and low so the weight is in your heels, your toes are light and fluffy. You can feel your abdominals engage, your navel draw back toward your spine to fill out through your low back. Slowly rise to stand, straightening the legs, reach up, perhaps a little back bend as you gaze up. Exhale your hands to your hips. And balancing on your left foot here, step your right foot back to high lunge. Once both feet are landed, just settle your feet so you feel balanced here. Left foot a little over to the left, right foot in the right lane. Reach your arms up alongside your ears. And find a steady gaze point so you feel steady, strong in the lower half of your body, supporting a lightness and lift in your upper body. Easy and smooth in your breath. Taking your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. Breathe in deeply and open your heart. Draw your shoulder blades in toward the midline of your back. And as you exhale, fold over the front leg and just come down halfway so you maintain an extended spine. Your chin lightly tucks in. Press deeply into the heel of your back foot to balance the effort in your body. As you breathe in, release your arms, reach your arms up overhead, coming all the way upright. And then as you breathe out, take your hands to your hips and just turning a quarter turn to your right for temple pose. Bending the knees, turning your feet out, 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock. Take your hands to the top of your thighs or your knees there. Let your shoulders shrug up toward your ears and tipping lightly forward. So you take the effort out of your legs, but you are able to find a light stretch through the groins, the inner thighs. And you can rock a little side to side here. And then bringing yourself upright through the torso, straighten the legs. Turn the left toes forward so they point to 12 o'clock. Turn your right toes in, warrior two. Perhaps lengthening your stance here so you have a longer stride. Left knee toward a right angle. The eyes of your left kneecap pointing forward. And expand across your chest through the leverage of your arms so your fingers are reaching tip to tip. Your tailbone's lengthening down. You can feel expanded across your chest, but also through the inner thighs toward your knees. Both feet feel anchored. You feel grounded. Take a deep breath in and straighten your front leg, perhaps shortening your stride just one step. Right foot can step in, preparing for Trikonasana, triangle pose. Reaching out over the midline of your front leg. Take your left hand down just below the knee, your right hand toward the ceiling. So you get the feeling, even though you may not be able to see yourself, your right shoulder stacked over your left shoulder, straight line from fingertip to fingertip. And focusing on lengthening through both sides of your waist equally. Lightly softening the right side rib cage down so you find more space through the left side from your left hip to your left armpit. Both legs stay strong, equally pressing down through the soles of your feet. And as you breathe in, push down through your front foot, come back to Warrior Two just to transition, rebend your front knee, and then reach out with your left hand forward and come into side angle pose. Left forearm can rest on your left knee, or you can take your left hand to your inner left ankle. If you'd like to come down a little deeper, you've got more open hips. Right hand straight up toward the ceiling. Get a feeling that you're unwrinkling through your shoulders, finding space across your upper back. And then if it feels comfortable for your low back spine and the rest of your body, take a lateral stretch, right arm up and overhead, creating a diagonal line from your right fingertips all the way to the outer edge of your right foot. One more deep breath in. Exhale, eyes down, hands down, and stepping back to downward facing dog. And if you'd like to do less here, pause and rest here. Catch your breath. If you'd like to flow, take a vinyasa, rippling forward to a high push-up, low push-up, upward dog or cobra, and downward facing dog. 5 smooth breaths. Breathing in a way that feels like it's creating space in your body. And one more full cycle of breath. At the end of your exhale, send the gaze forward, bend in the knees, step or lightly hop forward to the top edge of your mat. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, and exhale to fold over the legs. Chair pose, Utkatasana, bending your knees, reach your arms, and pressing all the way to stand, drawing your hands down to your heart center. Hands to the hips now, balancing on your right foot, step your left foot back to high lunge. And arrange your feet so you're steady there. It helps to put the weight in your front heel, big toe mound of the front foot. Find the balls of your back toes, perhaps even wriggling them back so you've got a nice long stride there. Take a deep breath in, reach the arms up. If you haven't already, find length and space in your upper body. Breathe deep and wide laterally into the lungs. Energizing your body with your breath, sending it out from the center of your body to the edge of your body in all directions. Wind your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. Take another breath in, open and puff your chest, lift your heart, send the gaze up, and as you exhale, fold forward, following your nose, and bringing your torso parallel with the floor. Your fists reach back, crown of the head forward, practicing your balance, steadying your focus, strengthening and toning the lower half of your body, opening the shoulders. Take a deep breath in, release your hands, come all the way up, arms come up overhead, and then taking your hands to your hips, walking a quarter turn to your left for temple pose. Turn your heels in, your toes out, and bend the knees deeply, tracking your big toes toward your big toes, tracking your knees toward your big toes. And you can tip lightly forward here, Take the effort out of the legs a little with your hands on top of your thighs, your shoulders up toward your ears. Take a little rock side to side. Light inner groin stretch. And then slowly pressing down through your heels, straighten the legs. Turn your right toes forward. Come into Warrior Two. And feel your torso straight up and down, armpits balanced over your hips, wrist creases over your ankles, so you've got a long stance here through the feet. And settle in with a quiet, steady gaze, activating your arm muscles, relaxing through your shoulders. As you breathe in, push down through both feet, straighten both legs, perhaps shortening your stance. And then reach out over your front midline of the leg to come into triangle pose, Trikonasana. Right hand down to your shin, or a little lower, or perhaps to the floor. You want to try and keep the integrity of the posture here. We are strengthening the muscles either side of the spine, as well as your abdominal muscles, leg muscles. So you want to keep your chest open and bright, belly button pointing out, your abdominals engaged, and reaching equally through to the edge of your fingers. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, firm belly, come all the way up, Warrior Two to transition, rebend your front knee. And then reach forward with your right hand, rest either your right forearm on your right knee or come a little deeper, right hand inner right ankle for side angle pose, Parshvakonasana. Left arm straight up toward the ceiling and keeping that openness through your chest. Crown of the head reaches forward and the back of your skull's in line with the rest of your spine. So notice if your pelvis is very tilted here, and if you can, firm through the front of the pelvis so your abdominals engage and you feel comfortable and supported in your low back. There's a rest coming up. Left arm can reach up and overhead. Reach out, finding that diagonal lateral stretch through your body. Reach away, ground your back heel. Eyes down, hands down, stepping quietly back to downward facing dog. Inhale, shifting forward to a high push-up. Taking your Vinyasa low push-up, upward dog or cobra, and downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths here, and then we'll move on to hands and knees for a few rounds of cat and cow. Finding that even cadence to your breath once more. Releasing all the way down to the crown of your head, letting your head hang heavy, your jaw soften. And lightly settling the knees down to the floor underneath your hips. And hands under the shoulders so you are symmetrical, side to side, front to back. Tabletop position. And then gently soften your belly, lift your heart, arch the spine, look up. Exhale, slowly round the spine, hug the belly in, push into your hands and shins. And you can stay with this linear cat-cow movement, or you can circle through the spine, or get a little creative here, whatever feels good in your body. Take a few more rounds in your own time, lingering in either direction if it feels good. And finding your way back to a neutral spine. We'll transition here to the top of the mat. Just step yourself back into downward facing dog. Reach your chest back toward your thighs, stretch back, long straight arms. And then gaze forward, a bend in the knees. Walk yourself forward to the top edge of the mat. Inhale, coming up halfway. And exhale, fold over the legs. Bend your knees, coming through chair pose, Utkatasana, reach your arms, pressing to stand, straight legs, exhaling, hands to your hips. From here, balancing on your left foot, step your right foot back to high lunge. Torso lightly leans forward as you step back. Find balance through the ball of your back foot, sole of your front foot. Then when you're ready, reach your arms up alongside your ears. Really emphasize an opening in your chest, so you feel uplifted, and brighten your breath. And taking your left hand to your left hip here, coming into reverse prayer, and across your right arm diagonally to the outside of your front knee, and take the left hand to the small of your back. So just play around with this here. If you'd like to stay a little bit more open in your twist, this is a nice place to start. If you'd like to come a little deeper, slide all the way down to your right armpit and take prayer hands, the thumbs moving toward your sternum, straight line elbow to elbow. And if it doesn't bother your neck, just slowly start to take your gaze out over your left shoulder. Breathing smooth, as wide as you can, into the ribs to create space in your vertebra. And one more deep breath in. Exhale, eyes down, then fingertips down. Shorten your stance and prepare for pyramid pose. Right foot in the right lane, left foot in the left lane. Take a halfway lift, hands can run up your legs or just stay on your fingertips to lengthen your spine. And as you exhale, bow in over your straight leg. Kneecaps lifting the quad muscles. And feeling that your spine's cascading down the front leg. You can stay a little bit more elevated or even place your hands on blocks here to find the integrity in the shape that you've made. Resting breaths, pushing actively into your feet, relaxing behind the eyes. And take a halfway lift as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, step your right foot forward over into the right lane. And move your left foot out into the left lane and make your way into Yogi Squat Malasana. Sitting down on the back of your legs, elbows to the inner knees, palms touch your thumbs toward your breastbone. And settle in. If it's too strong for your knees here, just feel free to lift up. I'm sure you already have, if that is the case. Just making the posture work for your body. Lengthening through your spine from your tailbone all the way to the back of your skull. Resisting with your legs against your elbows, elbows against the legs. Gaze is soft. And then taking your fingertips to the floor, toe heel your feet together. Folding over your legs as you feel yourself breathe out. Rising to stand through chair, bend the knees, reach your arms, press all the way to stand, taking your hands to your hips. Balancing on your right foot now, step your left foot back for high lunge, finding your balance, a long stride, and then reaching the arms. You're relaxing your shoulders. And you want a fairly long stance here between the feet. And if it feels more steady for you, you can always take the back knee to the floor. So from here, you're taking your right hand to the small of your back, reach your left arm up, and then tip your torso forward from your hips and take your left arm to the outside of your front knee. And start to revolve, coming down a little deeper into reverse prayer if that feels comfortable in your body. Trying to maintain some ease as well as steadiness, balancing both in all the postures. And see if you can lengthen and unwrinkle through the back of your neck as you drag the crown of your head forward, staying grounded on the balls of your back toes. One more deep breath in. Exhale, eyes down and release. Fingertips to the floor or hands to the shins as you take a halfway lift. And exhale, fold over the front leg. And if you need to, shorten your stance. Anchor your back heel, pyramid pose. Bowing in. Lightly turning your left hip point forward. Drawing your right thigh bone back. And folding over the midline of your front leg. Your kneecaps lift the quads. The quads are hugging in around your thigh bones. And then walking the fingertips forward to step forward for yogi squat. Take your feet out wide. Sit down any amount on the back of your legs. Take your hands to your heart. And bow in here, chin in toward your chest so the back of your skull lifts. And then allow your tailbone to lengthen down toward the floor. Low belly hugs in. Two more deep breaths in and out. And gently release. And sitting down here on your buttocks, make your way to the middle of your mat. Extend your right leg out straight and bend your left knee out to the side. Janu, sirsasana. A mild twist through the spine here, so if you are a little tweaky through the low back, taking your forward fold between your knees. If you're feeling comfortable here, raise the arms up alongside your ears and forward folding over the midline of your right leg. So belly button turning a little to the right as you fold forward. And try not to round too much through your spine here. It's important to stay open through your chest and feel extension through your spine, supported by your abdominals. Flex your right toes and feel the back of your right leg firmly anchored into the floor. Relax the inner seam of your left leg and staying anchored in both your sit bones. One more deep breath in. Exhaling, firm the belly, come all the way up. And take your left heel to your right buttocks and wrap your right leg over the top of your left knee. Settle the whole sole of the right foot down for a twist here, Ardha Matsyendrasana. You're going to take your right fingertips behind you, left hand to the sky, breathe in. And as you breathe out, either hug your front knee or hinge your elbow. So you take a twist, you're revolving to your right. Keep the whole sole of your right foot on the floor there as you push the floor away with your sit bones and your foot to feel a little taller through your spine before you twist again. And taking one more smooth breath in. And exhale, release. Making your way into tabletop. You're in the middle of the mat. Just take your hands behind you, fingertips pointing toward your heels. Bend your elbows and walk your feet away. Set them up hip distance apart. So as you lift up, you want to make sure that your knees are positioned over your ankles. And sometimes we have them a little too close to our buttocks. So just check in. And if it's okay for your neck, you can drop your head back and feel that opening through the front of your body. Your back body working to lift and stabilize this shape. Stretching through your tricep muscles, all the muscles that we work when we move through all our push-ups. So it's a lovely counter pose, complementary pose. One more deep breath in. And as you exhale, chin to your chest and slowly lower down. And shifting sides, left leg out straight, right knee bends, right foot to the inner upper thigh. Square and balanced on both your sit bones. Raise the arms as you breathe in. Forward fold as you breathe out. Take another deep breath in. Come up just a little way so you find a little bit more space, a feeling of being unwrinkled through the front of your body. And then forward fold once more. Slide your shoulder blades down your spine. Hug the navel back toward your spine. Keep your left leg engaged, toes pointing toward the ceiling. And as you breathe in, just slowly walk yourself back up here. So you're going to take your right heel now to your left buttocks and step your left leg all the way over the top to the outside of your right knee. Left fingertips behind you, setting up for a twist. Make sure you feel tall and upright through your spine. Reach the right arm up. And as you exhale, either hug your front knee or hinge your elbow, whatever feels more spacious, comfortable for sustaining your smooth breath. And twist here. Both sit bones heavy, whole sole of the left foot pushing down into the mat so you can feel a rebounding energy through and up your body to lift a little taller. One more deep breath in. And exhale, release. Send both legs out straight now, toes together. And we're going to make our way into East Pose, Parsvottanasana. Hands behind you, fingertips pointing toward your heels, elbows a little bit bent. And as you breathe in, push the floor away with your heels, your hands, and lift yourself up. Reverse plank. Soles of the feet turning down toward the floor, big toes trying to touch the floor there as you lift up. And if it doesn't bother your neck, you can drop your head back and feel that stretch all the way up to the base of your throat. Glutes engaged, hammies engaged, back muscles working. Deep breath in. Exhale, chin to the chest, lower down with control, and land on your sit bones. And we'll finish with a forward fold, spreading through the sit bones, reaching the arms up alongside your ears, breathing in. Nice counter pose here, folding forward as you breathe out. And take about 5 breaths as you move into your forward fold. As you bow in, you're bowing in and surrendering. Letting go of your effort. And preparing to rest. And just a couple more breaths here. And when you feel ready, gently unwinding, coming on all the way up. So a couple of options here. You can either sit comfortably for meditation or rest back in shavasana. So do take the time to be quiet and still in your body, at least for a couple of minutes here, to really integrate all the benefits of your practice. If you are resting back, you're lying down on your back with any support to make yourself completely comfortable. Nice option here is a blanket underneath the knees if you're supporting any issues in your low back spine. Blanket underneath your head as a pillow as an option, or just rest back, arms out wide to the side of your body, palms face up. Find space through the legs, heels to the corner edges of your mat, and letting your toes fall out to the side. Making any final adjustments to be completely comfortable so you can be still and quiet in your body. Shutting down the eyes. and relaxing the expression in your face. Corners of your eyes soften, the bridge of your nose and out to your ears. And settling your gaze to the space between your eyebrows and in toward the center of your head. Imagining your brain relaxing into the back of your skull. And feeling that relaxation travel down into the neck, into your shoulders, slowly letting go. Feeling your shoulders relax, and then your arms. Noticing your elbows and wrists heavy. Your palms soften, letting your fingers curl in toward your palms, completely relaxed. And sending a smooth wave of breath from your belly all the way to your chest. And then breathing out as if you're sighing out of your body, getting a little bit more relaxed, more at ease. And your belly gently rising and falling. Your breath becoming quieter, softer. And sending a smooth wave of breath into the area of your hips and your pelvis, and as you breathe down, let the breath travel all the way down your legs to your toes. Your buttocks muscles relax. Feeling that your thigh muscles are melting over the larger bones in your body, in your legs. Noticing your kneecaps and sensing your lower legs relaxed, calves spreading on the mat, your heels heavy. Feel all the way down to the edge of your toes. And maintaining this feeling of total body awareness as you rest, soak in the essence of your practice. And I hope you've enjoyed practice today, yogis. Thank you for joining. And I'll see you on the mat next time. Namaste.